Hey guys, it's Salah. In this video I will walk you through my exact lead generation system that I use to turn $1 into $5, $10, and $15 at times. I will show you exactly how you can create the perfect advertisement to get you followers at less than $1. I will explain to you some reels that you can use today to turn those followers into a nurtured or warm audience. And then from there I will show you some tactics that I personally use to generate money on demand using Instagram stories, in addition to some tools that you can use to help you streamline this process. Now guys, if you don't know, I run an agency focused on selling Amazon services, and the tactics that I explain in this video are the same tactics we use in our main company that generated over 7 figures in revenue and got us the 2 Comma Club award. This video will be no fluff, will be straight to the point, and I will use a screen share document to explain to you the whole process with some real example of the ads that I am running. Alright guys, so here is the system and here are the topics I will discuss with you today, starting with defining your avatar, how to craft the perfect advertisement to get you a 5x return minimum, setting up the organic nurture wheel. Running ads is one part of the process, but that means nothing if you are not able to do the step. And then I will explain to you a secret strategy, or maybe not so secret anymore, that I use to generate money on demand as an icing on the cake to really activate this part of the process. So let us start with defining the avatar. This is a really important step to follow, because if you are unable to understand who your avatar is, you won't create the perfect ad. And if you're unable to do that, you'll be nurturing the wrong audience. And so when you do the final step here, you might get lucky, or you might not really have sustainable and predictable result, which is really the essence of running and operating a business. So let's define who our avatar is and who is the person that we want to serve. In our case, exactly in our situation, it is busy professionals. Busy professionals aged anywhere from say 25 to 60, and probably family people, have kids, etc. People who have money, basically. In short, these are the people we target, people who suffer from a very specific problem. So all the professionals that you see going to work a corporate job, these are the people we ideally target with our advertising, and I'll explain why that is the case with the goals and the complaints that they have that we see, that we address. Now our niche is how to make money niche, in short. So basically we can go with that. And let me just pull up exactly the goals and complaints that this audience has. Alright, so our niche is how to make money. I mean, obviously, to be more specific, our niche is in the Amazon niche, but how to make money is the overall thing, where basically I could have just replaced Amazon with AI or anything else and would have had the same result. So the goals of our audience here are as follows. Is clearly goal number 1 is to make money. That is the primary goal that even makes any of our advertising material work. But that is not the only goal, and it's very important for you to understand that. Don't take people at surface or face value. For example, we have housewives who their goal is, now their kids have grown up, gone to college, are looking for a new purpose, are looking for fulfillment, are looking to do something to support their husband perhaps. These are probably more well-off housewives, and so their goal is fulfillment. Now clearly making money is the hook, but the internal goal is to have fulfillment. So the sub goals are probably like fulfillment. That is for housewives, people who are unhappy with their jobs, people who feel frustrated driving on the 405 2 hours from LA to Orange County, for example. That person is probably frustrated. So that person getting my ad around that time, are you frustrated with your job, looking for something that is not sucking your soul, would resonate with that. So that is fulfillment. We have people who want to leave their 9 to 5, people who are chasing life of freedom, people who say they want to leave the 9 to 5, what they really probably sometimes just need is $1,000 extra for them to realize it's not that bad. Or they just need extra money so they can travel and vacation. People are not very good in defining what are their goals, but we can just generalize it and say 9 to 5, which is exactly what the people have in their minds when they see your advertising. So leaving the 9 to 5, fear of failure, people who already have tried and failed. That is people who have fear of failure, people who want to get it done. But that is actually more so on the complaint side of things. That is an audience that we actually attract, but their goals here exactly would be, we can have side hustle, or someone who just specifically just wants to make that extra $500,000 side income, or someone who invests in real estate, someone who's just generally comfortable in his job. Not everyone's uncomfortable, but they're comfortable and they want to do something on the side, whether to make money or to have something they can work on, or something that probably when they're about to retire. So this side hustle thing was something we targeted specifically for people about to retire from their jobs. Looking at that prospect, what do I have after retirement? Like something you can start now that you can work on later, your own Amazon store. So that was attractive for them. Fulfillment worked really well for housewives. Leaving 9 to 5 worked really well, just basically for most employees, to be honest. Everybody's seeing all these internet millionaires, and everybody wants to get a piece of the action. And fulfillment just generally worked almost equally, maybe if not as equal as the leaving the 9 to 5, but everyone somehow is discontent with what they have in their lives. Like you can get to a point where you have everything, you're sitting in your own Porsche, and then you're still discontent. That is a real thing. So fulfillment was one point that we have reached, and we tied that all with making money and a new opportunity. New opportunity being Amazon, and then we just made our offer basically as effort-free as possible. Now that is a whole different topic altogether, guys. Like creating your offer is a different topic altogether. But basically what we offer in our advertising is an opportunity that people have not seen before, that costs no effort, that costs no time. Why is that very important? Now, the complaints of our audience is, as we have making money is the biggest goal, the biggest complaint here is time. Our audience does not have time. Busy professionals, having family, kids, moving up the ladder, managers. We even ran specific ads. Are you a manager? And that got us clients. Are you someone who invests in real estate? Because we understand this audience, their biggest problem is time. So they want someone to do it for them. So when we were promoting a course, when we were promoting a coaching offer, we attracted the wrong audience. We attracted maybe younger crowd, people who just had more time, people who felt like they could do it themselves, people who did not try and fail yet. And then there was the comparison of, let me wait till my summer vacation, let me wait till the kids are off school. So when we switch our offer to say, you just don't do anything, we're gonna do it on your behalf, that really resonated with this target audience, where we fixed the issue of time for them. And so we were able to charge more. So that is the biggest complaint, is that they do not have time. Now, fear of failure. Some people, they tried, they failed. And we have the no skills, no knowledge, / scared to take action, scared to take the first step. This happens a lot when someone has only $3,000, $5,000, limited amount of money, or someone who's just generally scared and never tried. And to be honest, I understand that. Like, I was that person. I was scared. The first course I bought that was like pretty expensive. That was, at the time, it was $1,300. I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, that's kind of like a lot of money. I mean, to buy a program. What if it doesn't work and whatnot? But then me personally, like I have that trait where once I'm in the deep, I always make everything work. Because I have that emotional commitment. And then it went up, the price went up 3,000, 6,000, and then like the fear is no longer there. So for some people to order their first product, and similarly also happened with us, took us a month, because we're like, there's like this real phenomenon called paralysis analysis, where you really are not sure if what you're doing is the right thing. And then so you start thinking, and before you know it, the opportunity has gone. And this is really like a real thing that some people are facing. And so we structure our offers basically with, we're going to help you. We're going to be on your side, doing it on your behalf while you watch and learn. And a lot of people, they're willing to trust someone else, willing to trust the expert to do it for them, because there is a higher perceived likelihood of success following that outcome. And that also then goes down to your effort of you are the one doing it, meaning perceived chances of success are higher. So people who tried and failed, that is an audience who already did the coaching, did the courses, and just did not work out because there's like a very big skills gap. And actually, that is one thing that we might actually use here. We might double down on is really just saying, guys, with the rise of AI right now, by the time you learn how to do something, that knowledge is already out there where now you need an extra edge. And who can give you a better edge than people who are living in the implementation every day? Now we are no longer confined to information, we're more so confined to implementation. And the ones who implement can then use the information to build upon, while the ones who have the information struggle to go through with the implementation. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yeah, so something like that we could use to really just double down on this, because a lot of people see AI. So we really just see how the market is feeling. We understand how the people are thinking. We understand people who already bought courses. The market is crushed by courses. And people are just seeing, oh, it's just courses. These kids are just making money, doing nothing. We actually have an office. Like behind me is the world's tallest tower. We actually have an office. We actually have work. So we're delivering, in their mind, a service. But I see it more as an info service because we don't really pass that implementation part. We really still are in that info space where that is our knowledge. Our medium of delivering information is just different than just as a coursing or a coaching, and more so with a done for you aspect. So this is basically our avatar, and from here you can really just like understand how am I trying to reach this avatar. So let's just go with the AI angle that I just used and crafting the perfect ad. So what I would do first is are you I would call them out, right? I would call them out, like, and I did that with every single ad. Are you someone who invests in real estate? Because I know a lot of these professionals, what they understand is real estate. It's very easy, just buy an apartment, have a tenant. This is in the market, the common idea of what it means to be really financially free. Now comes the internet thing. People who are 40, 50, they don't really understand what this internet thing, they understand real estate. So are you someone investing in real estate, but it takes 3 years till you get the property handed over, and then you cannot control the market, etc., etc., and you want something that's similar to real estate, but just takes 90 days for you to actually get what you want, a return, or to actually get something moving, and that you can actually control at a much cheaper. Amazon offers like a new digital real estate. So yeah, I would call them out. Are you someone who invests in real estate? Are you an employee who's tired of your job? Are you someone who wants to make an extra $1,000 a month? Are you someone who something? I mean, I would not say are you someone who wants to make money, because that is very general. That is the goal of everyone, but you gotta go a little bit deeper. You can't say are you someone who wants to make money. It's an automatic scam filter. Because I'm like, who does not want to make money? But if you run an ad and saying, are you someone who has an office in downtown Dubai with a Burj Khalifa view, and I'm like, oh my God, that is me. that is me. What is my problem? And then you mention my problem. I'm like, oh my, it is true that I've been struggling to grow my biceps. So you got my attention, and then you go into your pitch. So that is why we want to call out who our avatar is. So with that AI example, I'd be like, let's say, are you someone who tried and failed to do courses? Are you someone who took many courses, tried and failed, and you just want something that works for once, something that you can work on and build on, understandable? That is, it is not your fault. Courses or something going into the age of information is long gone. Now we're in the age of implementation. Being able to set up things the right way as soon as possible gives you the opportunity to now start implementing and learning and growing your business while learning how you can become a true entrepreneur. And this is what we offer here at AMZ Solution, opportunity for you to have your own business set up with your own consultant that does all the work on your behalf while you learn in the process, while you learn through implementation. After that, no more commitment. You can run with your own store, work on it, and build your dream business. So, something like that, yeah. And then you can click below, and then you can see our offer. So if you notice, what I did here is our UX, I called them out, but then I immediately shifted to basically, how can I say it? So are you X, Y, and Z, and then I shifted to basically stating their problem. And then I would say what I did next is I rationalized, or kind of like planted the seed of doubt about their problem. As in like, someone who, you can't tell someone who tried and failed, hey, buddy, you are the problem. Because that's really, really what it is. That if you're trying and failing, you are the problem for not doing things differently the way around. That's why we have people who run 70 businesses and they fail in each. At some point, you gotta say, buddy, you are the problem. But people, and that's like a natural tendency, is for us to rationalize that the problem, that is why I failed. And sometimes it is good to actually see that maybe it's your vehicle, maybe it is the way that you're approaching something. But at the end of the day, in a world of accountability, where you have to understand that I am not aware of what vehicles are out there because I did not expose myself to understand what is out there. That's where it actually really starts from. So what we're doing is basically we are rationalizing or we are agreeing or explaining why is it that you are failing. And I know that everyone in the market has taken courses basically. So I can say, yeah, courses just don't work because AI, because a new challenge or a new opportunity. And everyone who sees this ad will be like, well, that actually makes a lot of sense because it can't be me. I can't be the problem. Everything I'm trying to, courses are not working out for me. I paid so much money on courses and nothing keeps working. But this seems like a new opportunity. Like someone will do it. Perceived likelihood of success is higher. I can learn while they're working on it, and then I can use my courses and my information to just keep building. So I can rationalize the problem as saying it is to do with implementation, or to say that the information in courses are not updated as fast as AI. Or so the knowledge gap or the barrier to entry is just getting lower and lower, and that is why you're struggling. So I could say something like that, and I could run the ad with like two different angles, like the same hook and then like two different bodies, and then see which one works, and then I could just change the hooks and keep the body the same. And then the call to action would be very simple here. Now, usually what we would do is I made a free resource or book a call or something below. It was always something below that got them into an email sequence. But I would want to do things differently right now. Like I would want you to change this process and go for follow me. That is exactly what we did. Like follow me to learn more, basically. Why? I believe that in the market, skills, experience, and time, maybe even money. Let's go. Skills, experience, and money is why you are not making money, right? Like you do not have the right skills and experience to understand all the analytics that go on in the back end. You do not have the experience to just really understand if what you're doing, what is the outcome? Is it leading to a positive outcome in the end or not? And so maybe you stop things too early or you continue things too long. And money, because really with running those ads and getting those leads is going to cost you money. So we solve all of these problems for you by utilizing the concept of a personal brand. Like the solution is the personal brand. And now I don't mean you have to start filming a lot of videos and dancing. I really just do bare minimum. Like we made 7 figures bare minimum personal brand. Mostly just stories, mostly just like talking about my life and whatnot. But I did not produce. I believe I produced less than 200 pieces of content throughout my entire career. So like let that sink in. Some people are posting 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. It's because before this became a thing, I understood that I need to make money today. I don't need to go famous. I wanted to be famous, but I needed money today. And so I just understood the connection that oh my God, if I get people to follow me and then I could just keep talking, at some point, 3 people would want to buy my product. So I said, okay, let me just do that. So just run ads and then I would just sell. That's really what we used to do. And we made 6 figures purely off of stories that were being viewed by less than 1,000 people. Sometimes 300 people would be watching our story and we would still make a few $1,000s. So that's really what it is. So the solution is personal brand. Why? Because it absolves you of having the skills necessary to retarget people, skills of copywriting, skills of basically marketing. It absolves you of having all of that by utilizing your likability and charisma and attractive character. Now you might be thinking, damn, I'm not an attractive person. Hey, you know what? You probably won't be starting out, and a lot of people aren't, but that doesn't matter because the right person is attracted to the right person. So you're already attracting the right person for your offer, so he's already interested in what you have to offer. Now it's not about you. You can just keep talking about their pain point, what it is that you do, how you can improve their pain points, how you help someone else improve their pain points. That by itself will overcome the likability and attractive person. Especially that we're not really necessarily going for virality. Now, clearly, obviously, the more likable you are, the better it is. You might be thinking you're not so likable, but you would be surprised. You have to let the market decide. You might think you're likable and discover otherwise. You have to let the market decide. But as a business concept, what we are trying to do here is not to go for likability or virality. What we are going for is to get enough attention into our offer and using a personal brand, showing our lives, talking about our offer to get people to resonate or hear the message long enough to come to the realization that we are the right people who can fix their problem. So it's very important that you are consistent with what you're doing, because through running this advertisement here, guys, it's probably going to cost you less than $1. And even if it costs you $1, like, do you know how much leads cost? Like, it costs you less than $1 to get 1 follower. $5, for example, let's say $5, you get 5 followers. Out of those 5 followers, only 1 views your stories daily and becomes like an engaged person. And you know, you need 10 of those, so that's $50 basically if you have 10 of those. And out of those 10 people, only 1 of them end up buying. So it costs $50 to make a sale. If you look at those numbers this way. Now, obviously, the numbers might change. Maybe it's 1 out of 30, 1 out of 40. But the cost really becomes so much less once you utilize the aspect of organic nurture wheel. But if you just run a lead attracting campaign, the second someone goes on your lead page, they might not sign up. So it might cost you $5 to $10 just to get 1 email sign up, depending on the market, depending on the niche. $5 to $10, and then you start just running the numbers from there. How much will it cost to get a book call? Maybe $250, maybe $300. Some people are paying $1,000 to get a booked call. That is ridiculous. Our numbers are $150 or less. But that is really primarily because we have a combination of organic running here that nurtures the ad people. So yeah, so you're getting followers for cheaper. You're substituting your lack of skills and experience with likability, with talking with the people daily on the story, right? And I will get to that right now. And then you're just able, really, you're not getting people who are, you're not getting people who are just confined to this. You're only getting people who have this problem. But these are people who might share other interests similar to you. So when I post that I'm at the gym, I'm here in downtown Dubai, I'm here living, I'm an active person. Someone who's active, someone who's an urban person might like me. Someone who is from the village and just does not mess with all of this, I mean, he might not resonate so much. Someone who's vegan might not resonate with the fact that I eat steak every day. So, but these are still the same people who have the same problem, that the vegan might still make a purchase, the person who eats steak might still make a purchase, but the relatability wise of certain people will just be generally higher than others. And you can't build that with email as easily as you could with this if you are starting out or you're lacking something. And personally, I prefer this approach because this is the approach that we've used from day one. The second I realized, wow, how can I make money online? And I realized the system. So let's go down here, and I will walk you through the nurture wheel exactly how you can work on that. But let's go to the primary objective. So why are we doing this? We really want to initiate the attention, interest, desire, action funnel, right? We're running this ad, we want attention from the right people. That is why we crafted the avatar. So we want attention from the right people. I realize I don't want people who just left university or people who are broke to follow me. I wanted richer people to follow me. So I got richer people who followed me by running richer ads. And then so I had to start showing a richer life to resonate with those people. And then when I was not doing that, when I was going more low ticket and I was getting people who are, just left university, just out there, just on the grind, I just talked about my story coming from the grind basically, and then they resonated with that. Things change. So attention from the right people that match your offer and financial demographics. Like I said, I really have no interest in targeting, in attracting someone who does not have money, because they will not be able to afford anything I have. So what is the point, unless I'm just trying to go famous? And if I want very cheap leads, then I'll just run cheap ads in cheap countries so I can have more followers. But what is the point? We're here to make money, right? So attention from the right people that match your offer and financial demographics. We start the attention process, so by the time they enter the organic nurture wheel, we can start on the interest, desire. Attention is seeing the ad. Interest is peeking through your profile, seeing who are you and what are you about, and then they start following you. From there, we just need to work on the desire and action, or maybe even just a little bit more on the interest aspect of things. So let's go through we just went through the ad format already. But that's pretty much it. Like, are you an X? Call them out, rationalize, etc. I would run one more ad. Basically, are you someone who is sick and tired of your job? Right now, you're stuck in traffic. You feel like your boss does not appreciate you, and etc. And you want to start something, but then you are scared. But then you are afraid because you don't have the right means or the right skills or the right knowledge or the time because of family obligations. If so, we fully understand. That's why we designed a solution that works to help you start your own business without your involvement, while you learn, while implementing on your behalf, so you can learn as you go. From there, we will offer you training or account management or etc. so you can continue with confidence. That is the ad format, literally. And we will just run up that ad from there and see how it goes. We see how it goes. We're getting the right people. Then the nurture wheel will take care of the rest. Let's go through the nurture wheel here. What is the objective? The objective of this is to work on desire and stimulate action. And how do we do this? We use the mediums that we use here would be stories, very powerful. However, stories do not get you so many views as reels. Reels is maybe more so forced nurturing up until the point someone sees your story. So the way I treat it is as follows. Reels is people are more likely to scroll through the reels, so they get to see you, you're familiarizing them with yourself, and at some point, once that interest, one day you're gonna say something that really gets them interested, that they will click and start watching your stories. And then from there, if they become a loyal story watcher, then the algorithm will just show you more often to them in their story tabs. So they click and start watching your stories, where you're gonna start showing your personal life. If you look at my stories, I'm just at the gym, I'm traveling, I just talk about like something that come to my mind. Watching your stories, and they'll be able to now build a personal connection with you. So Reels is for mostly providing value. Like I will not post a reel just generally for fun. Usually there'll have to be some type of value. And Stories is just really just personal connection. And it's very, very important, and I'll explain why. Because we already attracted the right person through an ad. We need to prime this right person to see us as the right people. That is the main objective, is to prime the right person to view us as the right people. That means your values probably will need to align with them some way or the other. For me personally, I cannot now start showing myself having a backpacker lifestyle. I cannot go on this backpacking adventures and whatnot, because like my audience is more wealthy, so I'm attracting a wealthier audience. So for this audience, like they're flying to Monaco, they're flying to Paris, they're going to expensive places, they're buying Birkin, they have Cartiers, they have Van Cleefs. So this is not an audience that's going to really resonate with me going to China Mart, right? So my lifestyle, my whole persona, or what I portray on the camera as well, needs to somewhat match with who my audience is. You can't be doing backpacker content for low budget people while staying in the Waldorf Astoria, right? Because then you're not relatable. So you're not the right person if I want to go on a cheap trip. You're not the right person for a luxury trip if you're not even staying in luxury places. So prime the right person to view us as the right people. I do this by, well, basically really just being myself. This is who I am now, right? So I am just being myself, showing what I want to show, and just more being selective about what I don't want to show. That is really just the big thing. I'm just more selective on what I don't want to show. Of course, I love a good deal, I love a good discount, I love a good Groupon, but I just don't show it. Why would I show me getting a Groupon for something when it just does not align with my audience? So the objective is to prime the right person to view us as the right people, and we do that by showcasing our lives in a way that they can relate and or understand and or emphasize. So when these people see, these are smart people that we are attracting. So when they see that, okay, this is a person who is just like us, he is not a grifter, he is not someone who is just trying to take my money. He's well educated, he lived in all of these countries, he comes from a good family, he had a good upbringing, he just went through the same struggle I had of trying to do something, so he can relate to that. But his personality, he seems to be a good person. That is really the core of what it is. So I am not going there talking about, guys, I was in the mud, we were in the gutter, we ate sleep for dinner. That was not true. So this audience really emphasizes with that. And so we're just showcasing our lives so they understand and emphasize who we are and what is it that we stand for. I'm gonna have to fix the spelling later. What is it that we stand for? A good example of this is U.S. politics, right? Like you notice probably there's a lot of on the how to make money people are more leaning towards one side, and then you go to another side of the Instagram and people are leaning to another side. And sometimes some people are just quiet who are on this side, but they're in the how to make money niche, and they're very quiet about where they stand politically. But we clearly, I think you guys understand what I mean to say without actually saying it, because this is not the purpose of this channel. But yeah, so some people, they'll be like, oh, politically this person really does not align with me, so I don't want to go for someone who's on this side of the spectrum or this side of the spectrum, because I don't agree with that. And so you just keep your personal opinion sometimes private, and that's what I do. I don't talk politics, I don't talk religion, I don't talk anything. But I have my own opinions, I keep it private. But sometimes it might be really good to be polarizing. So you just need to understand what is it that your audience wants to see, because ideally your audience is a version of who you are or who you are becoming. So we do that, and then in the stories, very, very powerful, very, very powerful. You gotta show your face. You gotta show your face doing cool stuff, right? You gotta show your face doing something, and you gotta show your face talking, right? you might think you sound goofy, but you probably don't. You probably don't. So yeah, well, I mean, all right. Let me just fix this here. So you gotta show your face doing something. Show your face talking. When you talk, people hear you. The more they hear you, the more they're like making a judgment on your character. And like, damn, this is an attractive person, confident. I can hear confident. I can hear certainty. I can feel the energy, because what you are doing through the story is you're priming people to trust you, and it's a form of sales. Building trust is a form of sale. Imagine getting on a cold sales call and the person has to do a full job of trying to convince you to trust them, but you just don't trust them altogether. While if you see me talking every single day, every week on YouTube, and you hear the way I talk and you're like, damn, this person inspires confidence. Well, you know what? Once you see that confidence, then you're like, damn, okay, I kind of trust this person. So then you will use the stories to make announcements. And I will explain that in the next part, all right? So let us first jump into some examples of what are reels that we can build that will help prime our person to view us as the right person, so they can go from the reels to actually watching our stories, where we can build trust with them even if the algorithm is not showing them my face. So here's an example, number one, like a reel that we just wrote. Obviously, you can script it better, you can write better. The way I do it is I just write some notes and then I just get to filming. And then I let my subconscious brain just do the rest. So, are you trying and failing non-stop? That is something that aligns with our avatar here. So are you trying and failing non-stop? Here's what you need to do. Stop trying to learn on YouTube and doing it by yourself. You do not have the experience to know what is true, what is working. You do not have the experience to basically separate between what is working and what is not working. Don't overthink the entire process. The first dollar you spend is unlikely to make you rich, but will help you learn. Finally, you should ask for help. You're paying in time or money because of your ignorance. It's very likely that whoever you pay starting out will generate you a much greater ROI than if you try doing it yourself. So maybe I will change it. Here's where you need to do 3 things. What I did here, I don't even talk about Amazon, by the way. I don't even talk about service and offering. I'm just basically just convincing the person. I'm just aligning with them by just being very relatable to their experience. You're probably going to lose money. I mean, you're probably overthinking. This is not working out for you for this reason. So let's go to real example number 2. Why don't courses work anymore? Because we don't offer courses. So why don't courses work anymore? Well, courses used to be a great source to get information, but that is no longer the case. The speed of information is moving at a much faster pace than ever before because of AI, the big monster in the room. By the time a course is filmed and edited, the information has already changed. This is especially the case if you're dealing with things that require many inputs, like starting on Amazon. You can then link this to whatever your offer is, like doing dropshipping, like forex trading, like something. So we went from the shared pain that everyone had, and then we switched it to our pitch or our vehicle. From the constant updates in China to Amazon changes, lack of knowledge can have such a big impact on your success. The decision you make from idea to launch, basically have a much higher impact on your success than when it involves a validated product, which is actually a very true thing. There's a book called High Output Management. The first part of the process is the highest leverage one, which decides the end outcome. So this is the most important part where people fail in. That is why we assign trained consultants to work alongside you while you learn. Follow for more, or send me a DM with an X word so I can send you a free training. That is very, very powerful, and I will explain this also in a few. So these are some examples you can use for reels that you just keep posting, or you can just post valuable reels about also your own topic or your own Amazon niche. Now, the people who pay for our services, the avatar that we pay for, because they're in the how to make money niche, I could really it doesn't really matter so much, because I'm not trying to help established Amazon sellers. These are the people that need tips on specifically Amazon. I'm in the Amazon how to make money niche, but the people I'm working with probably never tried Amazon before. So it's really a lot of reframing their mindset to get them to see that this is possible, and get them to see that this is an opportunity and this is something I can probably go for. So let's go talk about the DM sale and what can you use to maximize this reel that you just posted. So the DM sale here, very, very powerful, guys. Guys, I am looking for 5 people in the next 90 days. This has been abused heavily in the marketplace. So here's what you can do to change it. Give a reason. Give a reason. We have 2 people who backed off, or basically we just opened, or we did not hit our full capacity. So luckily we have 2 people, or just find some reason, or because it's my birthday, so I'm gonna open 2 or 5 slots, and then you just mention that we can get you sorted in the next 90 days. Mention like an added benefit. Like what I would do is, and we'll get you 15 minutes private consultation for the next 5 people. Or I don't really like to do discounts. You can do like $100, $200 discount. I don't like to do discounts because it invites discounts. So I just don't want to change the feeling that our service is premium and subject to discount. Doesn't make sense. So you can just literally go with this. Or give a reason, guys, my cat just barfed on my carpet, and so just because of that, I'm looking for 5. I'm opening 3 more slots for 5 people to join our offering before I close it. And it's very important, once you do this, you gotta show proof of you closing it. So I always say, guys, you already have 5 people, thank you so much. And then you get 3 people who are skeptical, and now they're asking you, and then you can let them into your service, or you can just tell them, yeah, you have to wait next time. So you actually might end up getting more than 5 people. But then, when you don't do this again, till like 20 days after, 30 days after, the people who saw you and didn't take action, now actually start to believe you. They're like, oh my God, he's opening, he's gonna close it. So that is one thing you can do. And how can you maximize the amount of people that see your stories? All right, to do that, guys, here, to maximize the amount of people who see your stories, to maximize your story reach, to maximize your story is basically here, you gotta use ManyChat, right? You've probably seen, oh, send me a DM or something, and then I'll send you a free resource. You can do that actually if you want to. Well, we know some people that are just primarily using ManyChat and helps them grow their audience. There's an update now where only your followers can actually send you that. And so there's a trigger in ManyChat before we were using that you have to follow us before you get a free resource. Anyways, so tools to maximize your story reach is when you're using ManyChat and people engage with your profile, they're more likely to see your stories now, especially as you are now in their inboxes. So that really will help maximize your story reach by engaging people again with your account. And over here, guys, for the DM sale, you can use ManyChat. You can also use ManyChat bots, and here you can also use ManyChat bots to automatically send what is it that your offer includes, the 5 points, 6, 7 points, so the peers understand what is it that they're getting, and then etc. Any questions, and then it's an open chat, and then you can have the setter or yourself just sit there on the computer and carry over the conversation and ask the person if they have any more clarifications, it's anything they want help with. And you can literally, guys, close the sale on the DM by answering all questions or give them a call for 15 minutes and then send them the Stripe link if they trust you very much. But some people might want to just book a call for 30 minutes to discuss, as they don't know you or have seen your offer as much. So basically, guys, this is really the entire system, the entire 7-figure client acquisition system you can use today to create your perfect ad, to set up your organic nurture wheel, and to generate your first DM sales. If you have any questions, I'd really love to help. So just drop me a comment and I will answer it. Other than that, see you guys in the next video.